What is going on, everybody? Today is a special day. If you guys follow me at all on my YouTube channel, I finally got back something that I have been wanting to drive ever since the day I bought it. And I bought it 1 year ago. Entire year that I've had this vehicle, and it has not ran down the road one single time since I've owned it. Guys, today is the day that it is finally fixed. I'm about to show you guys right now what it is. My pride and joy, my beautiful Ford Lightning. Guys, check it out. Look at how pretty it is. Look how good the paint is on this Ford Lightning. It's super dirty. I'm about to wash it. But guys, this has the craziest backstory behind this vehicle. It is in very good shape. You guys can see Lightning right there. Body is in flawless shape. If you guys go inside, I'll show you guys the interior and how it is. But this truck is in such good shape. 110,000 original miles. Oh, let me open the hood and I'll show you guys what the issue was with this truck. Okay, so the story behind this 2004 SVT Lightning is I bought this thing blown up. So whenever I bought this car, it was not in running condition. So maybe that was, you know, a sign that I shouldn't have bought it, but I only paid $6,000 for this thing before I had to rebuild the engine. I'm in it for a lot more than that. But it had this upper pulley on it, and it was full bolt-ons, and it had a handheld tuner, but it blew up because the guy, I actually know the guy, he was drag racing his wife on the freeway in Texas, and it burnt a hole through two pistons, I think cylinder 4 and 3, or cylinder 3 and 4, and that's because it was getting too much air with this smaller upper. This is a 276 upper pulley, so it's making about 14 pounds of boost. And it wasn't getting any more fuel, so it was just so hot and just burned a hole literally through the piston. So it ended up losing all of its compression and it needed to be rebuilt. So long story short, I took it upon myself to buy it, rebuild it. So I sent it off to an engine builder. Once I got it back in the truck about 2 months later, because the guy was real slow, he took his time on it. Once I got it back in the truck, it never ran right at all. It would barely idle, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me what the issue was. So I'm going to start with what I started doing before I even thought anything about it being internal. I checked the spark plugs, I checked all the coil packs, I checked all the vacuum hoses, seeing if there were vacuum leaks, because there's so many vacuum lines all over this vehicle. I checked the turkey pan bolt behind that. Make sure it was sealed. I checked all these gaskets for the supercharger and all that to see if, you know, they were bent or something, or it was just leaking air. I did a vacuum test. We checked the injectors. They all came back within 2% of each other, which I have paperwork on that. We checked the fuel pumps. We checked the fuel pressure. We checked every single thing that you could think of. We changed the computer. We did all kinds of stuff to try and see if we could do that. I changed the mass airflow sensor. I changed the camshaft position sensor. Every single thing got swapped out. So almost everything inside this engine bay is absolutely brand new, because it was trial and error until I could get it figured out. And it ended up being the whole time that all the stuff that I was changing was already good. And it ended up being that the camshaft on the passenger side was 180 degrees off. So this side was running fine, and on these 5.4 2.2 valve engines, there's only a camshaft position sensor on one side, so it wasn't throwing codes, which was really weird. But if you reach down and touch the exhaust manifold on the passenger side, it was, you know, warm, but it wasn't hot. And if you reach down on this side, it would burn your hand off. So I knew it wasn't firing on this entire side. So all four cylinders and injectors just weren't igniting, and it was dumping fuel inside the engine. And you know, it just wouldn't run. You couldn't rev it. If you revved it, it would die. But it's just a long story short is it never ran right, and it ended up being 180 degrees out of time the whole time. But now it is finally up today. It cost me a pretty penny to actually get this thing running today, but I'm so happy that I have it running because these are so rare, especially being the red 04 Lightning. They're very hard to find, especially in this shape. I mean, it's dirty, but if you look down this side, it is unbelievably clean. So what all this vehicle has done to it is trick flow twisted wedge heads on it. You can see, I believe, I don't know, you can't hardly see them, but I put trick flow twisted twisted wedge heads to eliminate the, I think it's 4-thread spark plug holes, because they shoot out the spark plugs. And now it has 8-thread or 9-thread, so that those won't shoot out. It also is going to make more power. I meant to buy 44cc chamber port heads, but I ended up buying 38cc heads, so the compression's raised a little bit. And it's got this 276 upper pulley, not ported. The supercharger is not ported. It's got a cold air intake. It's got it's going to have a custom dyno tune whenever I can get around to scheduling that. Right now I don't want to get on it right now because it's still running lean, but I can drive it around probably at idle just barely and baby it for right now. It's got all new coil packs, Denso coil packs, everything's on its new. It's got a new EPC control solenoid in the transmission because that was bad. So everything is completely fresh and new. If you go inside, you guys can see my friend hydro dipped. I believe that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. Hydro dipped all this red. It's like a red, like almost fake carbon fiber look. It's pretty cool looking. But yeah, 110,000 miles. I'll start it up right now. You guys can hear it run. All right, here we go. So here it is, idling. Sounds super good. It's got a MagnaFlow exhaust. Idle super good. But it's board 30 over. Super good. Idle super clean. You can't hear any knocking, ticking. Rebuilt well. New pulleys. The one that's hard to get to, I forget what it's called. I don't know why I'm going blank. They're gonna be like, oh, you're an idiot. But all new pulleys. I mean, all new belts, so those won't break. There were 2 of them were cracking, so I wanted to make sure they were good. But if you listen to it, sounds pretty good. So yeah, that is the 04 Ford Lightning that I have. Again, it is a full bolt-on Ford Lightning with about 14 pounds of boost with that 2.76 upper pulley. I thought about going with the lower pulley because it won't have as much belt slip, but right now it's just got that upper on it. It's also got those trick flow heads. Those are like $2,200, I believe. I think I got it at a discount for like $2,100 on sale, so only saved like $100. But it'll probably make around 450 wheel with those heads on it. It's board 30 over, so I don't know if that'll even increase the power, maybe by like 6 horsepower on the dyno, maybe not even. But yeah, it is just a perfect daily driver truck. I wanted to keep the stock camshafts in it because I wanted to idle smooth and be a good daily driver for around town. Sometimes when you get bigger cams, it's rough idle, stop and go traffic's kind of annoying. And I didn't want to have to put a bigger stall converter in it and stuff like that. So I kept the stock camshafts on those trick flow heads to eliminate the spark plugs that shoot out and to make a little bit more power. And it'll actually reduce my boost, so it'll actually be a little easier on the supercharger for creating boost and back pressure. So that's really the Ford Lightning. I'm so excited, guys. So excited. It's just me really talking about an overview of it. I'm gonna wash it right now, but it's a pretty truck. I'm gonna wash it, give it a good cleaning on the inside, and then yeah, I mean, that's really just it for the 04 Ford Lightning. I don't know what I'm gonna ask for it, but I'm not in any rush to sell it soon. If someone is willing to pay for it, you can shoot me an offer in the description. But I'm obviously in no rush. It's gonna be my daily driver for a while, because I put so many new parts on it that it's probably in better shape than like a 5-year-old used truck. So it'd be a good one for me to keep for a while. I may even reupholster the interior because the suede on these, it's really common. I think someone left the window down and it starts to crumble up with the suede. But up here is really good shape. But I may reupholster that, and if anything, that's all I'll do to it, and it'll make about 450 wheel and probably like 550 torque at the dyno, and then we'll go from there. But it's a pretty cool truck, runs absolutely perfect now, and everything's verified and tested. Great fuel pressure. Injectors are within 2% of each other for flow testing. And yeah, that's really it. It's got the powder coated black SVT wheels. They're super dirty, but you guys can see those right there. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this truck. Do you guys like it? Do you like the red one? What's your favorite color? I like the red one the best. I didn't even know it had the keypad, honestly. I never even noticed that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this truck. It's a pretty one. It's different. It's unique. I like it a lot. They don't make any more of these, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, the engine bay is pretty dirty. I'm gonna clean that up as well and do that right now. But I'm gonna get off here I'm gonna get off here and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what you think about this 04 Ford Lightning with 110K miles on it, full bolt-ons and heads, no camshafts though. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.